Hello there, my name is Kjell Bergstrom. I'm responsible for powertrain development within the Saab group in Sweden. My involvement and my team's involvement with this vehicle you see behind me is for the engine. The 94X turbo, the biopower. The biopower is a name we use for engines that are developed to be able to run on ethanol. And the thing with biopower is that it utilizes the power of the fuel. That it is not just a petroleum replacer. It is something more. We utilize the high octane number in the fuel, basically, so we get out more power, higher efficiency for the same given circumstances as with gasoline.
Can you tell us about the 94X and what that means to biopower availability in Saab's product range?
The 94X here is the first Saab introduction or intro into the crossover segment or the lighter sport utility vehicles. And that area is definitely an area where we need to go environmental friendly, and that's why it's so important to have a powertrain that is running on renewable fuels. So this engine, this combination is very important for the future.
Could you speak about where biopower really started?
The biopower technology or the biopower story actually started around 2001 on the Geneva Auto Show, where we introduced or showed an engine that could be run with variable compression ratio. And that is a way of producing an engine that could be small and could be large. What we did with those engines after showing it to the media and the audience was to develop the concept, to look into what advantages does this concept give you. And we realized then that the combination of that engine concept and renewable fuels gave us more opportunities than we from the start realized. So we ran a program together with the universities in Sweden looking into what actual advantages are there in this fuel, the combination of variable compression. And then we found out that the ethanol, for instance, gives you a much higher advantage if you have a possibility to utilize certain things. That is, to increase the compression ratio, to increase the boost pressure, because what limits an engine today is not the engine, it's the fuel. The fuel cracks it up, it gets into knocking. That is the problem. With ethanol, you don't end up in knocking. You have a freedom to go further, which means you can have a higher specific output. In the long term, it means you can have a smaller engine. Some people call it downsizing. We call it right sizing. The right engine for the right application. And that is the future with biopower.
What does it mean going to work at Saab Sweden every day, having an opportunity to really shape the environment, also shape people's peace of mind when choosing Saab as a brand that they can believe in?
For me specifically, and you might notice I still have a beard, I was in the 1968-1969 generation. We were protesting, flying the banners for an environment, and at that time I was at the university and we thought that everyone else was not listening. At that time, even at the university, there were no courses for environmentalists. We had one volunteer course that we could attend to, which I did, and since then I've been trying to work with different kinds of solutions to make sure that you meet the environmental requests. So now, if you can't beat them, join them. Being on the inside, I think I have an excellent opportunity to do what my heart and my mind tells me. So that is why I get the energy just by knowing that I go to work working with the biopower.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.